And welcome back to a brand new video. So you can see the weather is absolutely pouring it down in Blackpool once again on this Tuesday morning. Absolutely awful day, and it was very similar to yesterday. So I thought I'd just pop in the car, maybe do a bit of a driving around video, some different areas, things like that. So yeah, come and join me on this one. So we just arrived near that fantastic little pub just on the corner. That's been getting done up. A lot of restoration has been gone into that one, or shall I say gone into that one, the Lifeboat Inn. So we're gonna have a bit of a drive around this area. Like I said, the weather is absolutely awful, and the famous Chris Higgett, he's gone away. I think he might be in Benidorm at the moment. Then he's going to Tenerife. So these are a few of the streets just off the promenade, and this is Yorkshire Street. In fact, we'll branch off to the left, and this is the home on Dale Street to the famous Chris Higgett pound burger. You just see how much rain has been, all the surface water on the road. These roads are a bit of a nightmare. So there's Chris. He's disappeared now for another season. So what's going on with Bonnie Street? It's like they're doing some digging away, and all the police station and the courts have finally gone. Now apparently I've been to the guys in Cleveleys who are working on the sea defences, and that's going to be lent to them temporarily for the sea defences. However, the machines are not going to be. In fact, we'll do a right down Coop Street. So the machines are going to be stored somewhere near Central Drive. So the machines aren't going to be there. And this one is Coop Street. And wait for this car to go. And this one, they used to have some fantastic little hotels and bed and breakfasts back in the day. And like I said, there is still a few down here. You see people walking down here of an evening. The Guest Lodge Hotel, Canberry, Central Pier Hotel. There's some, well, used to be, and there still is some amazing ones along here. Let's just do a right onto York Street. So it's a bit of an exploring video today. A few streets around here, and you can see some of them sadly are boarded up on the left-hand side. You can see there. That's the Vauxhall Village House. So like I said, we're just having a bit of a drive around this morning because the weather is awful. And this is a shame on the right-hand, in fact, both on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. You can see the Carlton House on the left. That's been boarded up for many years, and the one on the right, some wonderful buildings, you know, huge great buildings, literally one street off the promenade. Very, very sad. And then we've got the lovely Vauxhall Market, you can see just there. We'll branch off. Yeah, we can go left down here, I think. Yeah, we can go left, so we're gonna have to turn down here. Jeez, it's all one way down here with these little streets. So this is a bit of a tight street, this one, isn't it? Wow. And again, another huge building. I wonder what that one used to be. Some massive buildings around Blackpool, you know, and it'd be amazing what they used to be used for. So we'll keep going. So this is Yorkshire Street now. Yorkshire Street, we're just going to branch onto. So no left turn here. So go straight over, and this is where we ended up, back to the lifeboat inn. So we'll have a bit of a scoot round Lytham Road, a bit of a drive down there. So it will be a bit of an unedited video, really. And there's one of the Markellies just to the left, and you got the new Philly bar, all sorts. And this is where you come to the old job centre, which I believe is up for sale. What that's going to end up being. And then just to the sort of north, a little bit, well, probably sort of straight on, just to the left a bit now, is the Tram Museum. And again, on the right hand side, some fantastic hotels. Huge buildings. These are like 3-4 story buildings, some of them. Again, that one, just you see, just in the blue. That one, it is still open. It definitely needs a bit of paint and a bit of TLC, that building. So this is Lytham Road. We're going to join Lytham Road, and the Tram Museum is just to the left-hand side. Pop down there, and you see the Great Tram Museum. Fantastic. If you've never been, it's really great price also. And there used to be a little shell shop just up here also, and he is sadly gone. That was that little turquoise building, and he's hung his boots up for retirement. You can, in these, I don't do a lot of driving videos personally. I like to sort of stay on something and give a bit more detail about it, whereas when you drive and you sort of, you're there and you flash by it, so it is hard to give a bit of history also. But it's nice just being able to get quite a lot covered. Again, this street, fantastic, lovely little guest houses either side. It's thriving, there's not really that many closed down. There's not one or two, but all these little small ones, it's fantastic how they do stay afloat. I just branch off down the side streets. In fact, this will actually probably take us to Yates. I don't think there's anything going on, or there might be. We're not really going to focus on Yates Bar today. So again, all these streets, a lot of tourists, don't go down, and it's amazing. Like I said, what some of these buildings used to be back in the days. So this will lead us all the way to Waterloo Road if we keep going, where the old Harts and Woolworths used to be, and that one now is a car park. So let me know in the comments, if you enjoy these sort of videos, should we do the odd one once a week, a driving video perhaps? What do you think? So we just went past Yates and looks like they're just tidying things up, ready to start the front fascia, I would imagine. And just coming up on the right hand side, we'll just cross Waterloo Road, just coming up on the right hand side, that's where the old Harts Woolworths used to be. So we'll continue down Bond. This is Bond Street, and you can just picture it, how things was 50 years ago. You can just imagine, all these people coming down, buying the gifts at Christmas. I'd imagine there being all lit up for Christmas, the shops, the shop fronts. And you know, it is quite sad when you do come down these streets and just see on the right hand side how the buildings are really not in a good state. But I always try to sort of reminisce a little. Every town, every city has got its problems, its poor areas, what need looking at. But there is long-term plans. I was speaking to Chris, the MP, and he said there is plans for Bond Street in this area, long-term on the card, which is great to hear. And one of my favourites, Bentley's, you can just see on the corner there. So Bond Street does go a long way down, and they've got a little car park. We'll just go past there and we'll do a bit of a U-turn. But that's where they store some of the Pleasure Beach, you know, the old rides, the old carts, things like that, which is just on the left-hand side. It's like a little Aladdin's cave sometimes. And this is just at the back of the Pleasure Beach. And that new ride, part of the new ride, turned up yesterday. And apparently they're going to start erecting that as from next week, so we'll certainly visit that one again. In fact, let's just do a ride down the old tunnel. Here we go. This way it gets a little black. You can certainly tell his outer scenes, as normally down here, absolutely thriving. There's people walking up and down all the time, and you can see it's a bit of a ghost town at the moment. Look how dark it is down here. So we're back on the home straight, back on the promenade. I think everybody knows the promenade. You know, the wonderful velvet coast, fantastic breakfast. I think the coffee's like £1.30, £1.40, and it's refillable. You know, if you are in the area, fancy a bit of a walk, especially in the old winter days, get yourself in the velvet coast. You can have a 2 or 3, 4 cups if you want, 5 cups. So back on Lytham Road. In fact, we'll branch off, just pop down Waterloo Road, shall we? Waterloo Road, and things have changed so much also down here over the years. Got the old post office on the right hand side. Let's do a St. Bede's Avenue. Let's get lost, shall we? So again, some of these streets, you know, you never really venture down because you've got no reason to go down, and I think that's a dead. I think all this is a dead end, to be honest. What's down this way? It's the back of Iceland. So I think we just come down a bit of a dead end. Oh dear, that's not a good one. Yeah, it's a dead end down here. So it is a bit of an unedited video, this one. You got Jack's shop there. You see you've got the old tree in the window, getting prepared for Christmas. And then this leads us back to where we was. And we just hit the promenade once again, going past some of the big hotels on the south side. The Lindeen, just gone past that one. The old St. Chad's, as the rain just starts coming down once again. Wow, just look at all the water on the road. So just near the Manchester, this is where you get a bit of a trap with all the water. You can just see coming up. There we go. And you get a lot of surface water on that road. So if you are thinking of crossing over to the Manchester when it's raining, don't cross over there, or step well back until the lights turn red, else you get absolutely soaked by possibly, you know, some of the cars. You see the council, Eon, are out and busy. Looks like they're getting the Christmas lights. In fact, they are. Looks like they're working on some of the Christmas lights up this end. How many people, let's have a guess, how many people do you think have walked down the promenade? It's got to be hundreds of millions of people. Literally, I mean, I think Blackpool, I think it was it last year? I think it was last year. 21 million people, I believe, came to visit. That's just in 1 year. So imagine, you know, over the, you know, the 150 years. How many people have walked down here? It's got to be in the possibly 1 billion people. It's got to be, hasn't it? Incredible. How many pictures is out there? How many, you know, the old vintage pictures? Remember them Polaroids where you could take a snapshot and it prints the picture instantly? I always wanted one when I was a kid. I think I did have one actually. It was great. And then you had to send your pictures off to get developed. You used to have a little envelope through the door and send it a little green slip off, and then you get your pictures in the post. Who remembers that? Wow. How things have changed. Now, I do believe, I think I was reading, was it Kodak, who didn't adapt quick enough to digital, and they carried on developing the films used to get and put them in the cameras. I believe it was Kodak, and that was a bit of a downfall for them. I'm sure it was when I was reading a story. Somebody came up to them and said, look, we need to diversify, we need to get into digital, and they just laughed it off, shrugged it off. So this is more towards the north side. So we are basically coming to a bit of a close on the video. Let's just whip down, do a right onto Bank Street, have a bit of a drive down Dixon. In fact, it's probably going on this video quite a long time. So this is Bank Street, and we filmed up here the other day actually. Great little place, lovely, it's fantastic when you look this way and you can just see a wonderful sunset or rainbow just on that converted church on the right side. Absolutely stunning picture that one makes. So this is Dixon Road, and again, once over, this used to be thriving. It used to be a wonderful little place. And Dixon Road is like the back of all the huge hotels on the north side, like the Imperial, the Grand, all of those. The Great Western, or the Best Western, shall I say. So this Dixon Road sort of leads on the back of all of those. So you see in the mornings, you know, the deliveries and the clean bedding, things like that. You see all the huge wagons parked up. And again, just on the right hand side, there used to be some great little shops all along here. There's the Alexander Apartments, and like I said, all along, you can just see the old laundriettes, photography shops. They all used to be thriving once over, and then, you know, buying online came in. It's great buying online, but it's got a lot to answer for, sadly. A lot to answer for. And there's also a little fish and chip shop just opposite the co-op. We're just coming up to it shortly, and you see like the police, all the emergency services going in there of an evening. It's quite funny watching. You see all like the emergency cars, and it's Nellie's. I think it's Nellie's, is it? Yeah, it might be Nellie's. I think it is. I've never been in there, to be fair, so it must be quite good. So yep, Dixon Road. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Bit of a bleak day once again. So if you do enjoy these driving videos, we don't do a lot. In fact, this is probably like the first main driving video we've done. We do it a couple of times for a few seconds on some of the videos when it's just chucking it down or trying to get from A to B, but this is the first full driving video we have done. So like I said, if you do enjoy them, hit the comments and just say, yeah, make some more, or just say, look, waste of time, not interested, didn't enjoy that one bit. Just let me know your true thoughts. But until next time, if you did like it or any of the videos, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. You'll be notified of all the upcoming videos, and there's plenty of storms going to be happening over the next few months in Blackpool, so we'll be doing those, all sorts of things. Christmas by the sea, we'll be doing lives, many things. So until next time, look after yourselves, take care. It's a bye from me, and it's a bye from our pretty gloomy Blackpool. Take care.